Our passage today is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 14 through chapter 5, verse 10. And yesterday I shared about the fact that we're all going to have to give an accounting. We're going to have to render an account of our life to a faithful and holy God, which is a little bit of an unnerving prospect. And then today, in chapter 4 and verses 15 and 16, we hear these wonderful words about mercy and grace. But we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who in every respect has been tested as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore approach the throne of grace with boldness, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. What a beautiful, beautiful couple verses. The first of all, in Jesus, we don't have a high priest who can't relate to our struggles, our weaknesses, but as Hebrews says, we have a high priest who is tested in every way that we are, any way that you are tempted, any way that I've been tempted, Jesus has been tempted. Now, please don't email me and say, well, he wasn't tempted by things on television or his computer or his phone because he didn't have one. I understand that. But we tend to be tested in similar areas in our life as human beings whenever a human being lived. There are temptations to pride, to power, to money, to sex. These things have been temptations throughout human history. And Hebrews says that we have a high priest tempted in every way, yet without sin, that Jesus never gave in to sin. So he can relate to the tests, the temptations, can sympathize with our weakness, and yet he's also a model and an example because he never gave in to it. And then verse 16, it transitions with that, therefore, let us approach the throne of grace. And isn't it wonderful that God's throne is known as a throne of grace, of unmerited favor. And we can approach with boldness, just like a child going to a loving parent. A child goes eagerly and hopefully because the child so often knows that if I go to my parent and ask for something to eat or drink, for example, that they would receive it. So we can approach the throne of grace with boldness so we may receive mercy and find grace to help in our time of need. Whenever you're in a time of need, don't hesitate to go to the throne of grace with boldness in Jesus' name and ask for mercy, ask for help, and know that God hears your prayer. Jesus can identify with your need, and God is with you.